Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be testing out and reviewing a new concealer from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Superstay Activewear Concealer. Now you can find this in 16 different shades. I have 3 of the shades right here, which I will be swatching for you guys, and it retails for $11.99, so $12 US. This is supposed to be a full coverage, lightweight, kind of like second skin concealer. It's meant to be breathable, long lasting, and it's not supposed to look cakey or crease on us, which the creasing I know is going to happen because it happens with every single concealer, but we'll see whether or not this does look cakey because it is a full coverage concealer. I am going to wear this with and without a color corrector though to see exactly how much coverage we are able to get with and without a color corrector underneath. As far as how to apply it, the website really doesn't go into too much detail as far as like whether or not you should set it, what you should blend it out with, that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna apply it and blend it out the way that I normally would apply and blend out any other concealer. The doe foot applicator, or the applicator rather, because this isn't really a doe foot applicator, is quite unique in that it is flat, but also very like flexible. So it's perfect for like the under eye area, especially this corner right here. So like I said, I have 3 of the shades right here. I'm gonna start off with shade number 20. Do these have a name? No, there's no name listed, but this is shade number 20. There's the swatch right there. Next is number 27, which looks like that. Very similar, although 27 is a bit more yellow than this one right here, 20. And last but not least, number 30. I did mean to grab the one that's between 27 and 30, I think, but it was sold out. So I grabbed 30 instead. That's what it looks like right there. Definitely more neutral. So I'm gonna use 30 under the eyes today. I think this might be a little too light. This might be a little too yellow, you see, but this one I think would work underneath the eyes. So let's get started. Like I said, I'm going to be wearing it with and without a color corrector. Since it does have a matte finish, I'm going to be using my Beauty Pie corrector. This is their Super Luminous Under Eye Genius corrector in medium to deep, which looks like this. It's emollient, it's hydrating, it stays in place, and it wears great underneath my matte concealers. So for that reason, we are using this one today. So just applying a little bit over here before getting started. You see how great this neutralizes the under eye area? Like, so good. All right, color correcting is done. Let's go in with foundation. I'm using my Sephora Best Skin Ever in the shade 26N. Really good foundation, really great price. Love the coverage. Let's blend it onto the face. All right, so this is what the swatches look like now that they're dry. I'm like thinking I'm in the middle between this one and this one for the under eye area. This one may be just a tad bit too deep, but the middle is a little too yellow. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna mix these two. I'm gonna mix these two together, just a little bit of this into this. I'm gonna start with shade number 30, so the deepest shade, just applying a little bit here and here. And then I'm taking the shade number 20 and applying it right here. The formula seems to be very thin, so hence why it's very lightweight. Let's blend it out. I'm using my Deluxe Crease Brush to blend this out today. All right, so there's one side done. I did not use a lot at all, and I feel like I'm getting really, really good coverage. It's high. It's definitely high. I do wonder if you can build this up though. Should we test it out? Should we try it? What are we thinking? Yes, no? Let's blend, let's add a little tiny bit more. See if it blends out. See if it builds up. So now I'm grabbing just the shade number 20 and I'm going to be applying a tiny bit more right there. All right, let's see how this builds up. All right, so yeah, I was able to apply a little bit more and it blended out without an issue. So now let's try the left side. So again, I'm grabbing shade number 30, applying a little bit here, a little bit there, and number 20, just a little bit in the middle. All right, so let's go ahead and see what kind of coverage we get over here. All right, so there it is by itself blended out. Not bad. Not bad at all, although you can clearly see that I'm getting more coverage with a corrector underneath this. I'm gonna try to build it up just a little bit more over here to try to help it. See if we can get a little bit more coverage. So just adding a little bit more of the shade number 20 and blending this out. I'm just being very, very light-handed because I did use such a small amount. I want it all to stay and not to go everywhere. All right, so there it is, both sides done. I don't think I'm gonna need to set this because it is a matte concealer. It doesn't look like it's settling into any of my fine lines. I didn't apply too much, so that could be the reason why. And also, it's already setting, so I don't think I'm gonna set this. Anyway, let me zoom you guys in so that you can get a better look at the under eye area after initial application. All right, so here we are up close and personal. As you can see, it's not full coverage. Not for me, at least. For someone with very mild darkness underneath the eyes, this would absolutely be full coverage. But for me personally, it's not. However, it is delivering nice coverage, right? A nice amount. Let's see how it wears. All right, so let me jump off camera in order to finish the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Makeup is done, ready to continue on with the day. It is currently 12:12, which means that we are starting kind of late today, but that's okay. Now, one thing that I did want to mention is that I did apply a little bit of a brightening and color correcting powder on top of this concealer. It was looking a little too yellow, as you can see in the clip here, and I did not like it at all. So I grabbed my Jaclyn Cosmetics brightening and setting palette, and I did apply a little tiny bit of this shade, which is the orange cream shade, and then I topped it off with the caramel shade right there. So I used a little bit of this and a little bit of that underneath the eyes. Other than that though, we're good. We are looking good. It is looking nice and lightweight. It is definitely not full coverage, at least not in my opinion, but it all looks very light, pretty hydrated, even over on this side, the matte side, the complete matte side. We're still looking good. So let's see how it wears. I will be back in about 4 hours to do my midday check-in, show you guys what this looks like under natural lighting and all of that good stuff. So I will see you back here in a few hours for that quick midday check-in. All right, so I'm back for a quick midday check-in. It is currently 4:09. This is the situation as of right now. Maybe it looks a tad bit dry over here on this side, which we did not use the color corrector on, but not excessively dry in my opinion. This side looks a little bit more hydrated, and both sides are wearing really, really well. I still have great coverage underneath both eyes, although like I said in the morning, it's not full, at least not on me, but it is providing a really nice, significant amount of coverage, and it feels super lightweight. It hasn't moved around, it hasn't broken up, it's still in place underneath both eyes. It's still looking pretty good. So I'll continue to wear it for about another 4 hours before calling it a day, but so far, so good. Anyway, I'll see you guys back here at the end of the day for my final check-in. All right, so I am back for my final check-in of the day. It is currently 8:10, which means that I've had this on now for a solid 8 hours. Now, before I get into what I think about this concealer, I'm going to zoom you all in one last time so that you can get a good look under the eye area after a full day of wear. All right, so here is the under eye area after wearing this concealer all day long. As you can clearly see, not full coverage. You can definitely see the dark circles peeking through. However, I do feel like the way that it wore was fine. Like it absolutely held up. All right, so there it is. That's the under eye area. Overall, I like this concealer, but I think it's going to come down to what you're looking for, like what you're expecting out of this. If you're expecting full coverage and you have darkness similar to mine or even deeper, then you're not going to be pleased with this concealer. It is very lightweight. It's very thin, and it is quite pigmented, but I don't think it's pigmented enough to where just a thin layer is going to conceal the under eye darkness. You definitely want to pair this with a color corrector, and even then, I mean, it's still not what I would consider to be full coverage on someone like me. Aside from that, it did wear really, really lightweight. I don't feel like I have a heavy concealer on underneath the eyes at all. It is very comfortable, breathable. I can certainly attest to that. However, it does look a little tiny bit dry over here. It could be because I set it a little bit. It could be because it's a matte concealer, and that's what they tend to do, is they tend to look a little dry, especially without the help of any hydration underneath, which is why I like to pair them with my more hydrating color correctors. So this side doesn't look as dry as this side, but overall I feel like it really hung on and it really wore pretty well. I mean, you guys saw, especially under natural lighting, it looks very flattering. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look excessive. It looks very light. However, it's just not going to provide complete full coverage if you have, under eye darkness. Now, if your under eye darkness is it's very minimal and you're just wanting a really nice, lightweight concealer that's going to really brighten the under eye area or even it out, this would be amazing. It would be great. But if you're someone with, like I said, similar under eye area and you're looking for full coverage, this might not be it for you. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos, future reviews, and also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.